Yo, what's going on? So you know I've been posting a lot about Lego Star Wars battles, but we're switching gears now. No pun intended. Gears pop because they went ahead and dropped a massive update. I mean, usually I'm used to just a few switches here and there, but this was a huge balance, and it has changed the whole entire complexity of the game. And I'm gonna get right into it. We're talking changes to the actual cards. In addition, we got new cards as well. But Augustus Cole, first casualty of the video. My man's health got decreased by 6% and damage decreased by 8%. Now, if you're using Augustus Cole, use him as a tank. You want to use him in front, as like kind of your meat shield to bring in, your grenadiers in the back or just whatever infantry in the light units in the back. So he's going to be taking a lot more damage now, and he's going to go down a lot easier. In addition, his shotgun is going to be like a pea shooter now. It's not doing much. All right, now another card that's not really being used, I probably haven't seen it in Bronze League, is the Butcher. And when I find him here, I'll talk about him real quick. Hold on real quick. Where is he at? There he is. I haven't even leveled him up yet. All right, so his damage is increased by 19%. So he's dishing out 19% more damage. His health stays the same. So if you can get him on your opponent's turret, he's gonna wreck that damn turret. But I don't know if it's going to entice people to use him. Maybe. I know I'm not going to really try him out. For 5 energy, I want to make sure he gets to that damn turret. And if he's going to get just gunned down, it's not worth it. So it's up to you if you want to use him or not. Clayton Carmine. Now, this was a problem. This guy was a problem. It just felt like it took forever to bring him down. So I'm pretty happy about this because his health decreased by 23%. So he's going to go down a lot easier. I thought maybe they should have maybe dropped his cost to about 4 because it takes 5 energy to use him. But man, when this guy gets that boom shot off, it's a wrap. I mean, you got to make sure you're dropping units to keep his sight away from your turret. That's usually how you deal with him. Is at the very last second, you want the turret to lock onto him and drop some units to the left or to the right. I love dropping Reyna on him because that's a wrap, and he always likes to use his ability on that. All right, next is kind of, I don't know, really not necessary. Damon Baird, health increased by 13%. So he's got more health. That's it. I'm still not going to use him. Yes, he has the ability to bust out a turret. But the problem with that is when he builds the turret, that's it. You can never build a turret on that same cover again. And for 5 energy, it's just not sufficient enough for me. Now, Dom, this is probably the second heaviest casualty. And let me tell you why. I have stopped using Dom. If you look at my deck, I don't use Dom no more. They decreased 46% health from my man. So, man, I don't know. They took a kidney. They took some lungs. Like, he goes down like nothing now. And it took me a while to notice because I'm at level 4. And he has 298 hit points. That is not enough. All right, so like, I was bringing him up, my usual back spawn. I probably have Augustus Cole, maybe Reyna chilling with him. He went down before his meter could even max out. So like that's the main thing is he usually gets his maxed out meter by the time he gets to the 3rd cover. And it's just crazy that they have nerfed him into oblivion. He's no longer usable. If you have him in your deck, you can try him out, but I'm guaranteed he's going to be out. He's completely nerfed. And he's just no good anymore. So say goodbye to the Dom meta because it was good while it lasted, but that's a wrap. The Frag Grenade increased 14%. Really not much. Nobody really uses the Frag Grenade. What a lot of people do use is the Ink Grenade, including myself. Now this is huge because it's decreased the it decreased to 3 from 4. So it's now only 3 energy costs. It used to be 4. So I was kind of confused by reading that. But anyways. But the duration decreased to 8 seconds from 12, and that's huge because I dropped the Ink Grenade. Usually everyone uses the Ink Grenade on the sniper, the long shot. But it takes a lot longer now for some reason to kill him. So he's able to get 2 shots off now. But for the most part, it still goes down. Maybe because mine's a level 9, I'm not sure. But I know it's going to affect a lot, including if you're trying to do damage to the turret. It's not going to take away 150 like it used to. Now it takes about 90, at least for me. So 25% damage interval decreased 1 second from 1.5. The area decreased 30%. So they really did a number on the Ink Grenade. I mean, I'm still using it. I still find it effective, but I do notice that it's not killing units a lot faster. It's not killing units faster than what I'm used to. Alright, the Locust Drone Division, which is probably the worst value in the game. Probably the worst value in the history of PvP, if I'm being honest. I don't even use this card to the point where I can't even find it. But here it is right here. 9 energy, fellas. 9 energy cost to use these 2 Locust drones. And here's what they did to him. They increased the health by 25% and the damage increased by 23%. It's still not usable. So imagine coming down with 9 energy costs and then they drop an what's it called, a Frag Grenade, and that's a wrap. They're gone. It's not sufficient. It's not smart. Just avoid this card. They need to decrease the cost to about 6 or 7. 7 would be fine. 6 would be greedy, but 9 is just not happening. All right, so next the Longshot. My man got nerfed also. He had to get nerfed. So his health decreased by 3%. So not really too much. It just means he's going to go down a lot quicker. So the Ink Grenade got nerfed, but it's still going to be able to take him out. And I think it'll take maybe a second longer. So like I said earlier, he might get an additional shot off. He might not. Depends on the level of your Ink Grenade. All right, next we have Marcus Fenix, and he's in my deck right now because I took out Don. Like I told you, he's not usable. So Marcus Fenix health that got decreased by 14%. His attack speed increased to 1.2. So that's good. It means he's just one shot in dudes. Like I just one shot 3 shepherds like within 3 seconds. It was over with. They were done. So that he really does a number on those light units. So he's a really good card to use, and he's probably gonna be the meta now. He probably already was, but now if anything, Dom is out and Marcus Fenix, you're gonna see a lot more of Marcus Fenix. All right, Myrrah. My girl Queen Myrrah got I guess you can call it a nerf slash buff. So her wretches that come out are now increased +3, so they're level 3. And then depending on where they're at, they're going to be additional 3 levels to wherever they're at now. Now this is interesting. Her health decreased by 30%. So it's hard to get to her. But now it's going to be where their summoning switch to periodically rather than upon entering combat. So it's going to be random summons of the wretches coming out. So I don't know how that's going to work. You really don't see her much, honestly. She's probably the worst legendary that you can get in the game. All the high level players, they don't use her at all. So really irrelevant at this point. The Nemesis, oh my goodness. These guys are a pain. Like, I remember I had like my Longshot out. I had a Grenadier, and this thing cost 2 energy, and it took away 7 energy of units that I had deployed on the field. And I was devastated. So I'm happy to see this. The damage decreased by 6%. So it's not going to kill your units off. It's going to leave some alive depending on the levels as well. But let me get into this, man. Old man Marcus, and I don't even have him unlocked still. But his health is decreased by 20%. His damage decreased by 31%. And let me be the first to tell you that I am just eviscerating this man now. I am sending this geriatric OP card back to the old folks home where he belongs, because seriously, it was just absolutely ridiculous. This guy was just jumping from side to side. It felt like he was never going to die. I'm owning this man now. He's still effective. If I get him, I'm going to use him, but he did get badly nerfed. Not as much as Dom did, but old man Marcus is still usable. He's just not going to be OP, overpowered like he was before. All right, so next one is the Cedar, which I need to level this puppy up. And this is why it's kind of a game changer. This is a huge game changer. The Cedar damage decreased by 63%. Let me repeat, 63%. So, I mean, everybody was using this card to, take away damage from the turret or whatever you want to call it. It was just shooting up the turret from a distance. Now it's barely doing anything. For me, it was taking about like almost 200 hit points away from your turret. Now it's probably taking like half of that. More than half of that with 63%. It just feels like it's not doing anything. So you're really focusing more on trying to take your opponent's turret, not by cheesing it with the Cedar or dropping ink grenades. That doesn't work anymore. And I'm finding myself in a lot of draws now. A lot of stalemates. A lot. Actually, 4 out of 5 are stalemates now. The other being a win or a loss. But it's really hard to take a turret now because of the Cedar, which was used by everybody to, cheese and take away damage as much as possible and win at the last second. It's not happening anymore. And the ink grenade too as well. So what is working for me is the Hammer of Dawn. The Hammer of Dawn is just wrecking turrets, at least taking away 250. Mine's at level 3. But yeah, the Cedar, that's devastating for me because I was really using that and I was winning a lot with that. The Shepherd's health decreased real quickly, 12%. I really don't notice it. They originally didn't have high health to begin with, so it's not really a big thing. If anything, it hurts them in negative, so they were nerfed. Let's see, the Shock Grenade, I'm not going to get into that. Just nobody uses that. Damage increased 320%. Jesus, I might have to use it, but yeah. Scourge. Now, I took away Scourge because I'm like in the Silver League right now, and it's tough. It's tough because a lot of good players know how to deal with Scourge. You just gotta spam a bunch of light units and get them surrounded, and it's a wrap. So I haven't been using Scourge as much as I'd like to. When I get him level 2, I probably will give him another shot, but either way, they nerfed him. They nerfed him also. So his health was decreased by 29%. His damage was decreased by 26%. His attack speed was decreased to 0.7 seconds from 1. Well, that's a good thing, actually. His skill damage decreased 45%. And his skill heal is decreased by 25%. So they ruined my man Scourge. I mean, aside from his attack speed, he's gonna be getting off. He's gonna be swinging that club a lot quicker. But, I mean, come on. He's hitting you with a plastic bat now because everything is decreased. The damage, and even when he does his skill heal ability, that's decreased. So he's not even going to regain much HP like he originally was. So those are the balance changes. But now there actually are new cards here. And I actually clicked on one of them. So we're doing skins. So as you already know, we have the Kate, the original Kate. Let me go to her right now. Kate Diaz, she just goes to your turret, straight to your turret. Ignores all units. She'll go to the Cedar if you drop a Cedar, or she'll go to like a turret, one of those let me see real quick, let me just make sure so you guys know what I'm talking about. The decoys, that one, and then this other turret that you can place here. Where's it at? Oh, I was blocking it. So the Sentry. So Kate Diaz, the original card, will go to the Sentry and a decoy, Cedars, or your turret. It doesn't attack units directly. This is a different skin of Kate. It's called the Winter Kate. And it says here, Kate has some issues to work out. Stronger, feistier, and ready to mess some enemies up. Every swing of her breaker deals area damage. How many enemies can she break at once? Something tells me she's up for the challenge. So I haven't used her. Looks like she's strong against Cole and Grinder, and weak against swarm units. Okay, so 650 hit points is beast. That's a lot. 175. So imagine having Reyna and this girl. You guys will be able to just steamroll your lane, whatever lane you place them in. So I love melee units. Charge damage 600. I want to see what her ability is. So I'm hoping to unlock this card so I can try her out. She looks like she's got Negan's bat too. So this is Kate, the Negan version. And the next one, we got ourselves a Chopper card. Now, if those of you that played Star Wars Force Arena, you remember that Chopper could steal all units. Well, not all units, but only the tech. So what I'm wondering is, okay, first it says, hijack. This hovering robot will use its hacking skill to take control of enemies and have them turn against their creators to fight for the real hero. Wow. Okay, so this card costs how much? Well, both of them cost 7. The new Kate and Jack cost 7. So we're looking at a card that's going to steal units. It doesn't say units, it says enemies. It says strong against Grinder and Winter Kate, and the worst legendary card that I have, actually. But okay, so it can steal anything, and that's going to be greedy, honestly, really greedy. So I hope that doesn't become the meta and insanely OP, because that's a lot of energy that you can lose if you're dropping a Grinder or Winter Kate. All of a sudden you're getting Negan'd out on your own turret. So yeah, guys, well, I wanted to just quickly go over the update. This is the version 1.2 update. So, and I'm also testing out this new portrait mode. I'll probably, if you guys like this view better than originally what I was doing, I know I got a recommendation from the comments today saying, hey, you should go full portrait mode because I can barely see. So if you guys prefer this view, let me know in the comments, and I'll continue with this view. I'll throw my little avatar somewhere else, my little webcam somewhere in the corner here of this portrait. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and let me know how the update affects you. But for sure it affects me, because my boy Dom, my bread and butter, he is no longer in the deck, but I am in Silver League, so there's that. So I'll see you guys later then.